everybody. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, y'all. Let us see what the messages are this spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Let us see, let us see. Thank you, spirit. What are the messages for feminine? What does she need to know? What are the messages for feminine? And what does she need to know? Okay, we have the Six of Cups jumping out first. All right, Six of Cups could be memories, nostalgia, flashbacks, things like that, okay? Somebody could be thinking back to a past life here. The Ten of Cups and the Nine of Wands, okay? Nine of Wands gives me like the energy of abuse. Somebody could have suffered abuse earlier in life, okay? We have here Four of Pentacles. Somebody could have experienced that, going through that, suffered through that. Somebody could still be holding on to some things from then. All right. And another thing that comes up here, we have the Hierophant and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, the Ace of Swords is clarity, truth, honesty, being direct. Okay, being very blunt. We've been talking about that a lot. Somebody being very blunt and just speaking their truth. The Hierophant is like commitment. You and another person, two or more people being dedicated to the same thing. With this and the Ten of Cups is like marriage. Okay, so I feel like somebody wants to be with you, but they just have a lot of deep-rooted issues that they're working through right now. Okay, Eight of Swords. And it's something that this person thinks about a lot. It's something that they feel could prevent them from having a happy, beginning or a happily ever after, depending on how you look at it. Ace of Cups is a new love offer, okay, or renewal of love. Take it however it resonates with you. Okay. Yeah, you may be trying to figure out what someone wants to do with a relationship. Like what they want to do with it. Well, they want to be with you long term. They want to build something special with you, but I feel like this person has some things that they need to work on. Okay, Nine of Cups is heart's desires, wish fulfillment, but it could also be a person being content within themselves. Prior to me moving on and attempting to be with someone else, I need to be content within myself, because right now I feel like Nine of Wands. So prior to me trying to build the Ten of Cups with somebody, let me get to the Nine of Cups. Let me feel happy with me. Let me feel good about me. That type of thing. Yeah, so this person is working on their happiness because they understand that the things that they've gone through are not your fault. And they don't want to make you pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not quite healed, I'm not quite ready to receive what it is that you're offering me, I just may poo all over it, okay? Because I'm not ready to handle it. I don't know what to do with it, okay? So I'm not going to treat it properly. I'm not going to treat you properly. So Eight of Pentacles is putting work in on oneself. Something like this makes me happy because it shows multiple things. First and foremost, they're understanding what's going on with them. So they're working on that. They're doing something about that for them and their well-being. That's very important. Second of all, you know exactly what this person wants. So if you didn't know before, you know now, right? Like if there was any confusion, if there was any uncertainty or doubts, perhaps, like, oh, I feel this, they feel that, but where are we going with this? Okay, we have these emotions, we've had this conversation, but what does it mean? Okay, well, now you know what it means. So I like that. Okay, this person is seeing what's going on. They know what they want with you, so they're clear on that. And they understand that you're not responsible for their happiness. They're not responsible for your happiness. They see you're already content within yourself. You're already very happy. Okay. So they feel like they want to be happy with you. But if I'm not currently in that energy, then I need to work on me and get myself in that energy. All right. Otherwise, Ten of Swords is all it will be. It's all it will end up as. So I feel like Ten of Swords is what they have to do with themselves. They have to allow this version of themselves that's been through so much. Like I'm hearing scorned. Okay. Scorned. I wouldn't say damaged. I would just say that they've gone through a lot of traumatic experiences, but I would not say that they are damaged. Okay. I feel like they see what's going on and they're doing the repairs. That's all. Okay. They might need some maintenance. okay? But I wouldn't say that they are damaged, okay? The Fool card is detachment, so detaching from all those old wounds, okay? And taking a leap of faith into a new identity, jumping into a new identity is what it feels like. New identity in the divine is really their true identity, not a new identity, but that's how I heard it, okay? The Two of Cups. Two of Cups is like soulmate energy, coming together with another person that I feel like is perfect for me, that I'm perfect for. There is harmony between us. We work well together. We're good for each other's healing as well. So this person doesn't feel like you throw their healing off. You inspire it. Okay? So it's not like they are saying that they have to cut you off or anything like that. Again, it's just something that they have to work on for themselves. Temperance is, again, about healing, but it's also about forgiveness. So I feel like this person is working on forgiving others so that they can heal. We have Hermit. Some of you may not have heard from them. Okay? This could be why a person is turning within themselves to do the healing work. I felt that, but I wasn't going to say it unless I saw it. Again, they're going through a transformation from within. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords is being of two minds. So if this is not you, then this is them. Okay. Being of two minds when it comes to forgiving. Being of two minds when it comes to making this offer. Once I'm actually in this healed space and I feel better and XYZ, do I come to you and say everything that I'm thinking and feeling? Is that going to go in my favor? Okay, the High Priestess. They're being guided to trust their inner knowing. All right, their higher self is telling them not to worry so much, to express their truth. Your heart will be open. All right, so their higher self is telling them, don't worry so much, express your truth. You know, feminine's heart is open. Just do what you feel guided to do. Okay. Speak your truth. I don't feel like you're going to make them feel bad for anything they're saying. Again, this is somebody that recognizes the problem. You know, a lot of the time people will say, oh, as we get older, people change. Not always. Some people just stay the same. And if they were hurt at a certain age or they experienced a certain amount of trauma, then sometimes they stop developing. They stop going through whatever they need to go through in order to mature. You know, they just kind of shut down internally, but just keep on living, you know? And so this could be one of those things where they realize, hey, there's some parts of me that I've never really fully worked on or I've never really given full attention to because of some of the things that I've gone through. And if you yourself have gone through anything like that, then you understand. All right. So it comes with, how do I put this? Like sometimes people, including myself, will post these pretty pictures, right? But I always tell you guys that healing is not always pretty. A lot of the time it's really not. Okay. If you've gone through any trauma, it's not pretty. Okay, because when it's coming up to be dealt with, in order for you to release it, that means you have to face something that perhaps you haven't looked at, touched, faced, talked about, dealt with, etc. in years. And now here you go having to do it. Okay, and so it's not pretty. It can get pretty ugly, get pretty messy. All right, and this could be why they're staying to themselves. They don't want to project whatever they're going through, however they're feeling, onto you. Okay, so seeing that something has to be worked on. Again, the Eight of Pentacles, that's what they're doing. It's not like, well, how old are we? You know, because again, think about it. It doesn't matter. You got some people out there that's 88, never grew up. Okay, because it's parts of themselves that they just never worked on. Very immature, you know, very. And some people don't care. They don't want to do nothing about it. It's like, this is just what it is. Set in their ways. This person is saying they want to evolve, they want to grow, they don't want to remain the same. They see where they need to invest in themselves more, or where they need to do certain things differently, and that's what they're doing. All right, Nine of Pentacles again. So investing into themselves more. They see that you do that. You're very inspirational when it comes to this. This person could have witnessed you do some healing on yourself. We have the Temperance and the Three of Wands. Okay, Temperance again is healing. It's alignment. It's something that takes time, right? Because it's doing things in moderation, bit by bit, piece by piece. So I feel like that's what's happening. They're being worked on bit by bit and piece by piece. And then they will return. 3 of Wands. Okay, the Fool card, yeah. They will return. Okay, real. They will return. Couldn't get the words out. Thank you, Spirit. Justice. Okay, yeah. I feel like they just have to deal with some things they've been holding on to since, like I said, earlier in life. However long ago, however much earlier. With the 5 of Swords and the Tower showing itself. 5 of Swords is, you know, the people around us, the things they've done to us. Once that's complete, again, I feel like this person will be able to open their heart. But it's not like a hop, skip, and a jump, or overnight type situation. We never know what it is per se that they need to heal from. We could dive into that, but that's not what we're here for. Okay. I feel like overall it's just about getting their head and heart in alignment. Getting themselves out of the energy of distortion. Getting themselves out of the energy of the past and what happened there. Building themselves up. That's pretty much just what it boils down to. It could be a variety or range of things that they have to heal from. But it all just circles back to that. Putting the appropriate energy into self so that they feel like they develop in the ways that they want to. So that now if I want to come together with another person and have the 10 of Cups, I can. If I want to come together with another person and have the 10 of Pentacles, I can. Because I was the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles first. But if I have yet to be the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Pentacles, for me to say I just want to come together with another person and do something might not be the best. Okay? 2 of Cups. Yes, I feel this soulmate energy between us and all this other stuff, but I don't want it to end up in heartache. I don't want this to be just another heartbreaking situation for me or for you. Okay, so we have the Lovers, divine counterpart energy, sacred connection. All right, doing the work together. That's what this looks like. You're doing your work, your soul level work. They're doing their soul level work. Okay. Yes. We have the Death card. All right, Death card, again, transformation, change, rebirth. Doing away with this old version of self, this hurt version of self. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. And like I said, it takes time. It's not easy, right, to go through these things. But they're enthusiastic about it and they're getting it done. Yeah, they're very determined, very driven. Okay, so you can go ahead and get up out of your head. This person is determined here. All right, some of you feel a little left out, don't really know what's going on. You may have tried to say something, do something, poke your head in at some point in time and was met with the King of Swords energy. 5 of Wands, felt like you were being fought off. Okay, and again, I feel like this is because they're projecting, or they were. Person realizes that, so they just stay to themselves. Okay, yeah, 8 of Cups is emotional detachment, withdrawal. Like I said, knowing that something is missing. Okay, what's missing? Something inside of me. Okay, 10 of Wands. You know how people will say, excuse me, it's not you, it's me. And then you be like, oh, right? Like, prayerfully, none of us here have ever heard that, because come on, right? But this is one of those times where that is definitely the case. All right? Some of us here could have been the ones to say it, hear it, whatever. All right? You could have heard of it, right? The saying. But that's what I'm getting here from this. I'm getting, it's really not you. It's them. It's everything that they've gone through. It's everything that's coming up because of the emotions that are being tapped into right now. It's like you're touching their heart chakra. You're touching their heart space. So any and everything that has affected their heart chakra and their heart space is coming up to the surface to be dealt with. Okay. So we see the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Again, this is like stress, being overwhelmed, feeling extremely tired. But it's like if you don't keep going, if you give up now, then you'll just keep starting over at the same point. Yeah, 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So it's like, do the work, get it done, be over it, so that you can just step into this new energy and come towards this person you want to come towards. It seems like even though they're doing what they're doing, yeah, and this is the Emperor, okay? Even though they're doing what they're doing, they're still thinking of you all the time, still focused on that. Okay. Yeah, so we have the Tower and we have the Page of Cups. Spiritual awakening going on here. Okay, learning how to trust their intuition. This person might be having all sorts of thoughts right now. And I really feel like this is because they've become so sensitive to energy. They think about this Empress all the time and the possibility of losing this Empress. But they also need to remember that if something is meant to be, then it will be, right? So if this is the person for them, like they feel, then you'll be for them. Okay? And right now, they really need to put their attention and focus into this healing journey, this spiritual journey. It's no different than if it were you and that's what you needed to do for yourself. If you emotionally withdrew from the connection for the same reason, which we get and we've gotten readings like that often, okay? Where the feminine needs to step away, focus on self, do her healing work, yahtzee. Same thing here, okay? So they deserve that same grace. They deserve that same respect. Four of Swords, yeah. Healing, peace, rest of mind, so that they could progress and move forward with their life. Okay, that's what they want. They don't want to be at a standstill. They don't want to keep going in circles. I feel like this person is doing lots of research and studying different things so that they can evolve and become this person that they see themselves being for and with you. Okay. Oh, what's this? Hoping. Yes, so they want you to keep faith. Okay, keep faith. That's what this person is doing. They're not giving up. We have chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. Okay, I feel like it's so much more than chemistry though. Okay, but it's definitely undeniable. This person is releasing a lot. Like I said, letting go of a lot. Moving on with their life. Alright. They want to apologize. When they return, they're going to, like I said, fill you in, let you know everything that's been going on. They're wanting intimacy and personal time. Bonding time. All right. They want to confide in you. This could be a very prideful person. Sometimes very stubborn. Okay. That creates the conflict. I also feel like if you are stuck in your ego, that could create more conflict. So be mindful of that. But yes, I feel like this person is thinking of you quite often. Okay? Thinking about you a lot. Want to tell you this. Want to let you know what they've been thinking. Which I feel has a lot to do with that Ten of Cups energy. Alright. Yeah, you feel like this person has been secretive. It's funny that this comes out where the moon is. Like they've been keeping things from you. This is what they're keeping from you. Alright, like I said, some of you could have felt like they were sending mixed signals. Or like their emotions were blocked. Okay, like there were interferences. But no. I feel like this person just needed to, like I said, heal whatever was going on. Like for example, right, we said that you touched on their heart chakra, which means that now other things that have affected their heart space are coming up. Heart fog, whatever had them in the energy of distortion. Seven of Cups. Cups are our emotions. We could look at our emotions cards as heart, right? And then we can think fog, like the clouds that are in all the Seven of Cups energies, right? It's heart fog, confusion due to what? Third-party situations. Doesn't mean that that's what's going on right now, but it's definitely something coming up for them to deal with. Okay, they don't have third parties right now, but third parties and outside interferences could be things like karmic relationships from the past, karmic family, karmic friends, just any traumatic experiences that they have gone through that affected their mind and their heart negatively. Okay, now they're stepping into seeing that possibilities are infinite. They don't have to stay a certain way. They don't have to do things a certain way just because they experience certain things. Okay, you know how people say you're a product of your environment type situation. You don't have to be. You know, you're a product of your environment or you're a product of your circumstances. You don't have to be. Once you get to a certain place, you're like, okay, I want more. I want different. I want better. I want that. You can give yourself that. That's the Nine of Cups. Give yourself what you feel like you deserve, what you feel like you want. You don't have to settle. Okay? And you don't have to allow the pain you've experienced to define you. Alright? So yeah, we have confessions. Like I said, spilling the beans, telling everything. Yes, this is somebody from past life, but I feel like they were learning karmic lessons. Okay, they had to learn certain things. I mentioned past life earlier, I believe, so that they could open their heart. Yeah, be more receptive, be vulnerable, be open to what the two of you are about to do. All right, yeah, so they're saying their farewells and leaving behind this version of self that they used to be. They're not going to be that version of self anymore. Okay, and lo and behold, just like you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. You're craving them, they're craving you. Okay, you want this person, they want you as well. They want a family. Okay, they want to experience certain things in life with you. They want to create life with you. Okay, this person is holding on to this. They're not letting go. They more than likely spy on you or keep tabs on you here. Okay, seeing what you're doing, when you're doing it, who you're doing it with. All right, again, you could have felt so confused, so unsure, but they're about to tell the truth here with this confessions. I felt shattered. See, I wouldn't say that they was damaged, but here we have the broken. They could have just felt like they had a broken heart, and they had to heal that broken heart. I can't give you a broken heart. Okay? I want to heal it. I want to fix it. I want to do what I have to do because I feel these emotions for you and I want you to have it. I feel like I deserve to give the heart to somebody that I know is going to nurture it and take care of it. Okay? So that's where this person is coming from. I feel like all the way up until now, they kept their heart in two or in multiple pieces, however many pieces it was in, you know, and just said they give people whatever they could. Whatever they have of them, they would give. And if they didn't feel like they had nothing to give, then they wouldn't. You know, because it says shattered. Shattered is multiple pieces. Heartbroken, destroyed. They felt like they would never be the same again. They felt like they would never love again. They would never open a certain piece of themselves again. You know, offer a certain side of themselves again. Here they go, doing it again, like they've dealt with lust. They've wanted people in that way. People have wanted them in that way, but they've not given their heart. Okay? There's been a lot of tension, a lot weighing on this person. I feel like they have a lot of responsibility. Look at this person here with all the sticky notes and different things that they have to do, reminders to themselves. I feel like this person constantly has to remind themselves to chill, pause, take a break, stop overthinking. All right? But what they want, who they want it with, you. This person is definitely focused on healing and doing the work. You have beauty as the underlining. What's this back here? Trapped. I feel like they were trapped in certain feelings and emotions for so long. They ain't trapped no more, honey. Okay? They're ready to take certain steps, do certain things. Again, craving intimacy with their person here. I feel like they want only you. And look what that's going to lead to. A family life, a family unit. The 10 of Cups that they see themselves having with you. All right? So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and ARIES.